learning technique is organizing information. This technique involves typing and writing down data, grouping them up into different sections to distinguish major ideas through its details, find the similarities and differences between ideas, and provide a more simpler understanding of said information. An example of this is the difference between a tomato and a carrot. Through organizing information, we distinguish that a tomato is a fruit, while a carrot is a vegetable. Tomato and carrots contain nutrients, but aren't the same color. If we put all this information into an organized fashion, it would provide a more simpler understanding of our data. We also have associations, where we associate something to another thing that usually has no correlation with it. Taking the example from before, tomatoes and carrots, we can associate them with healthy food. Usually, when we think of healthy food, we think of vegetables, and when we think of vegetables, carrots and tomatoes would be on that list.
So, what does writing and rehearsing helps the memory? So, writing actually it forces your brain in a more detailed way to remember. Also, when you write, it has your personal flair, so you can understand more easily, and it when you read it back again, you remember it uh, in a more faster way. For example, when you write a note in class, and then when you read it back, you understand because it is your own writing. Then how will rehearse? Well, rehearsing it actually helps us memorize by repeating in the same thing over to retain in the memory. It is associated with a long-term memory with the thing from the short term. So when you, for example, like a song that we always repeat over and over, eventually we remember the song because we always repeating it, and from there we remember. That's why writing and rehearsing helps us memorize.
So, how can visual cues help improve your memory and help you learn faster? So, visual cues are like showing an image or a graph, such as in picture books. They can show you what they are talking about. For example, bluebirds flying in the forest, they will show like an image of a vast forest with birds flying around. So, if you actually use visual cues such as graphs or little pictures to remind you about something. When you look at it again, your memory is like, oh, I saw this before. It's about whatever this topic is. So it solidifies your memory so that you can be more sure of what you're looking at and what you're trying to remember. So it's like a little bit of a sign. So when you see that certain graph, it reminds you of, okay, yeah, I saw this before and I know this is talking about this. All right, okay, we can use this again. So, visual cues such as little statistics or little graphs or little images that can also help very much in solidifying your memories so that you can learn and memorize faster.
So the next memorization technique that I'll be explaining for this video is called creating mnemonics. Mnemonics are used so that people can memorize difficult things, but it's using patterns such as rhymes, acronyms, acrostics, songs, anything that would make mostly phrases a lot easier to memorize. An example of this can be fanboys. People use it to memorize conjunctions for English. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. If you take the initial of each of those words, you get the word fanboys, which makes it a lot easier to memorize that. Another example for this could also be PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction.
Sleep is important for memory because it helps to consolidate memories, which in the process of transferring new memories from short-term to long-term storage. This allows you to remember information for longer and far more This helps you to remember information longer than if you were to have little to no sleep. Now, this often happens in the rapid eye movement period of your sleep. This is generally speaking, the period of time when you're dreaming when you're sleeping. Now, during this period of time, we believe that this plays a role in integrating new memories with existing ones and to form emotional memories. Studies have shown that people who get a good night's sleep are better able to remember and recall information than people who are sleep deprived.
Jadi, memorization teknikal yang terakhir adalah exercise. Exercise biasanya digunakan untuk menghafal sesuatu supaya bisa masuk ke memori long term kita. Contoh exercise seperti jika kita ingin menghafal rumus-rumus organima, maka kita perlu exercise soal-soal logaritma sehingga kita bisa lebih hafal rumus-rumus logaritma dan rumus-rumus tersebut akan masuk ke memori long term kita.